it becomes more of an Olympic sport.
It becomes a thing.
It becomes a thing. This is Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR. I am, of course, JR, and this is Charlie sitting to my right. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Dad.
Well, and we are also, I'll bring up the our alter egos. We are also Fly Guy and the Fly Girls. We got I am Don't Call It a Comeback because
Always
I've been fly. And we got Fly Money over here to the right. We got our producer Kim. Well, she's our Kim.
I know, yeah.
Our producer Kim in the house, and she is AKA This Shit's Fly. What's up, Kim?
Hey, we got a hey.
So we got Gabe over there on the knobs and faders. What's up, Gabe?
What up?
Hey, you know, and we're gonna kind of pick up where we left off last week, talking about relationships, and so we can maybe navigate these waters and maybe help somebody else and maybe learn something ourselves in the process.
Right? Conversation is everything.
So I had brought up last week. I had brought up Dr. Miles Monroe, and I had brought up how he talks about depositing into the character bank,
right?
And how if you deposit into the character bank, that you should be able to make a withdrawal when necessary.
Right.
And I don't know if you noticed, but when I said that, you looked at me and said, well, yeah, but how big is the withdrawal supposed to be?
Yeah, I mean, do you have is there overdraft protection? Do you have NSF?
So I guess I need
just want to know the function of the bank.
Yeah,
the character bank.
So I guess I need to kind of differentiate a couple of things. If I guess the character bank takes care of rumor and innuendo.
Okay.
It does not cover guilt. Okay.
You've heard a rumor or two in your day?
Yes. Look at all these rumors.
Surrounding me every day.
That's right. Surrounding me every day. By the way, we are sipping on Yellow Dragon peach wine. Here's to you.
Cheers. Thank you.
And Gabe has got Gabe is two-fisted over there.
I didn't know when did this happen?
When did I get a second one? What you were Kim blessed you with a second cup.
You gotta get a second cup. So y'all, if y'all go get this Yellow Dragon wine, I suggest pouring it over ice. Lots of ice. Shake it up a little bit. Cause this is straight Kool-Aid. This is like straight sugar.
Well,
syrup. This is syrup. This is it's kind of probably get
it
you.
almost tastes like peach liqueur, like
a peach liqueur almost. Yeah.
You can mix this with some water.
Are you throwing the hint at Kim? Give me water.
No.
But yeah, no, the character bank does not cover guilt. So once you have been found guilty of something, then your account is empty. You know what I'm saying? At that point, your account is empty.
Let the church say amen.
So Gabe, you think I said that appropriately? I mean, the character bank covers, somebody walk up, if you got a woman, or somebody walk up to you and say, man, I saw your woman over there, blah, 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 but she's been depositing
chicken.
Because
Gabe
she said she was going to KFC. I saw her at churches. But yeah, somebody says they saw her somewhere that she said she wasn't going, and so the character, but she's she's shown you great character for a while. So the character bank is supposed to take care of those kind of things when somebody tries to damage your character, and especially people will do that for all kind of reasons.
Right.
So am I explaining that right, Gabe?
Absolutely.
Right.
So I
think everybody's probably been found guilty a time or two, and then we had to rebuild that character back.
Well, see, and that's the other thing. And that's the other thing I wanted to
what
talk
am I
on,
guilty of?
because if and when, I won't say when, I'll say if and when we are found guilty, it is human nature to say, well, okay, well, I'm not going to do it anymore. So forgive me, and we should be able to start right back where we were, and it doesn't work that way. And Miles Monroe talks about that as well. You can't have a position of authority, even if it's within a relationship. You know, the position you hold is a position of authority within a relationship. It's not boss, but both parties hold a position of authority within the relationship when it comes to responsibility for the relationship.
That's right.
You know, so once you have broken that trust, you can't just pick it up again because you said you're sorry.
Right.
You know, and it doesn't work that way. You know, Miles Monroe definitely talks about that, how there was someone in the church he was in that broke a very sacred trust, and he was on his knees crying and everything, and he felt like he had repented, and he wanted the church to take him back into his position. And Dr. Monroe was like, no, it doesn't work that way. You can't just step back into a position like that because you haven't put anything else back into the bank. You haven't even opened another account.
Correct.
You know, so
that account is overdrawn.
Yes. No, that account is closed.
Insufficient funds.
Right? Yes. Well, it was some banks are like that. If your account is negative too many days, they will close it out.
Yeah, they'll close it.
You got to get the money back in there.
You know, so
then how does one put money back in that character bank?
Well, you know, you have to put.
I'm sorry, doesn't always cover it.
No, it doesn't, and you have to put money into your own character bank first. You know, and you can't really worry about what what other accounts are being established on your behalf. You know, once there is need for repentance, then that's a personal thing. Right. You know, you want people to see that you repented, but the process of repentance is personal.
Correct.
You know, so that you have to deposit money into your own character. You have to repair your own character first. Before you can fix
it for somebody else.
Yeah, before you can fix other people's perception of your character. You know, and that takes time. Did I say that right again, Gabe?
Absolutely, you did. You did that.
So, what have you had this experience in your life, Gabe, with money being withdrawn from the character bank or the account being violated? Or
definitely. I mean, you used an example earlier about somebody telling you about your girl, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I had a situation years ago, but one of my friends.
Okay. No.
It was 2017, to be exact. Only the thing is, like, what my friend told me at this time was actually true, but I didn't believe it because I saw their character higher than it actually was.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely a situation where I had to like reevaluate that person.
Right. So when your friend, because this happens a lot, and it's again, conversation that is, I hear it all the time. When someone tells you something about someone, do you get frustrated at your friend who said, "Hey, your girl's out here doing this," or are you like, "Oh, word," like?
Nah, I always I'm a person that I know somebody can have a perspective of something that's not always going to be the actual perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been able to like kind of decipher, like, okay, even if he is right about this, it may not be what he said, or you know what I'm saying, it may be something
or you may have seen it from a different
and I'm like, if I don't see it for myself, I'm not going to be mad at you because you're trying to protect me. I appreciate that, but at the same time, let me go figure out what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like, did you take pictures? Did you pull your phone out?
Right, you got like,
it was 2017, so people got cell phones. Did you record it? Where did you get some receipts? No,
exactly.
Because nowadays everybody got to have receipts. Like, they have to see it happen.
So with this person you're talking about, Gabe, you said you saw a character in here that wasn't there. So obviously, you made deposits for her. She didn't make them.
Exactly.
And that's something that's profound. That a person can make deposits for somebody, but they haven't made those deposits.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
And when you care about people, I feel like you automatically just start putting blinders on.
Yeah.
For certain things, like it's just like, okay, we're in this. I'm rocking with you, and it is what it is. Like,
you see everything through rose-colored glasses.
Exactly.
Well,
everything is beautiful.
Well, let's go there. Let's go with the blinders, the rose-colored glasses for a second. Do you think it is? And I'll even get Kim to nod yes or no. But do you think it is? Do you think it is a natural part of the progression of a relationship to put blinders on, to not look at people for what they're, because we're what we do. We're not what we say. We're what we do.
Right.
So, do you think it is common to put blinders on and not see what people do?
Absolutely.
I think that's It happens a lot. People don't see it, and some people can see it, but still see it differently. You know,
Kim shaking her head, no, but I think you're just speaking for yourself, right?
Because I think especially in relationships, is the brain connected to the heart? You know, and if a person has your mind and your heart, they have all of you, and so in that instance, you know, you probably don't want to believe what you're seeing or hearing because that person has your heart, they have your mind, and you want to believe the good.
Yeah.
And I think to that point, like, I feel like a lot of people fall in love with people's representatives.
Yeah, the representative.
So when the actual person shows up, it almost becomes like you in denial. Like it's like, nah, this is not the person I originally met. Like, who is this?
Exactly.
So, you know.
Well, I had, you know,
where's your replacement? No.
Well, I had sort of an opposite experience, and then we'll get to it because there were two other questions, right? So we'll get to the second one. But I've had an opposite experience where you meet someone and you tell that person, well, you know, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, these are the things that I would like to, these are the things that I would like to see. You know, these are things that I need to see for a relationship.
In a relationship,
to, you know, to be really, you know, like ironclad serious. These are things I need to see. And then the person goes about trying to change, thinking that interactions, be they physical, verbal, whatever, thinking that interactions that you share are going to change you. You know, and then
like somebody trying to get you to eat meat.
Well,
yeah.
I
mean, because my dad has experienced that. You know, he's been, you know, a vegetarian for a long time.
Well, since like 1990,
And so, and he's had women say, "You want to try a little bit of this steak? You want some chicken?
Yeah, just eat a little of
it." and it hadn't worked.
No, it hasn't worked. Vegetarian when it wasn't popular to be one. So that's the thing too. Like, you probably experienced a lot during that time with them relationships with women being.
Oh yeah. No, my my ex-wife, it took 7 years for her family to prepare a meal for me at the holidays. You know, luckily in California, Burger King was open on all holidays. I was able to go get me a veggie burger because you know.
So Dad ate bean salad, bean soup. Bean
pie, bean dip.
Bean pie is crazy.
Wash it down with bean soda.
Everything covered.
But so what was the second question that we had?
But to close it out though, in relationships, you know, a person has to respect your boundaries, you know, respect what it is, who you are as a person, so therefore you can move forward. You know,
well, and
not try to change you because they're in that relationship with you, and accepting you for who you are.
Yeah, and as far as the character bank itself, you don't try to make deposits using deceit. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to make deposits using subterfuge. Don't try to make deposits using sneaky, underhanded tactics, you know, because what exists in the dark does come to the light eventually. Sometimes,
and what doesn't come out in the wash will come out in the rinse.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know. Amen. Can I get a hallelujah?
So yeah, you know, and realize that if you deposit money honestly into a character bank, that is a responsibility in that relationship that you hold. You know, everybody wants to be somebody, but you know, living up to that somebody that you become, you know, that's the test of a man or a woman. You know, everybody wants to.
And you have to build it up. I mean, you don't start off being Superman and Wonder Woman. You know, you start off being, you know, Olive and
Olive and Popeye.
And as you build, but as you build your relationship up, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, to where it can withstand things.
Yeah.
So now, if you guys who are, because we haven't announced the phone number for people to call in, but was it 214?
214 7. Hold on one second.
That's your number? You're giving them your number?
No, definitely not.
But if y'all want to call in, because we definitely would love to interact with the audience. You know. Gabe's pulling up the number.
Yeah, we would like to hear your.
That's the other studio.
Oh, we got it.
That's-
We
oh,
in a
this is a
different
different
studio.
Mm-hmm. It's a new number.
I hope y'all like this new setting that we've
Yeah.
been coming to y'all from. Of course, let us know what you think about this new setting.
Yeah.
All right. It's 214-717-4678. So that's what I thought.
Okay.
214. Say it one more time.
214-717-4678.
Yeah.
So y'all call in, chat with us. We'd love to talk to y'all on this topic and all this. There's a panel that I'm on May 4th. It's called Verbal Conversations. And Verbal Vibes.
Verbal vibes of conversation.
Okay, look at Verbal Vibes, a conversation party. And this conversation party is about topics for men and women. So we got 3 women, 3 men, and they're going to be answering questions that the audience has. You can ask them anonymously. You can ask them with who you are as a person, but how women feel about different topics. Money, relationships, the character base.
Yeah. So and they say the date is again
May 4th.
And how do people get tickets?
So I'm going to put on my page. It's on there right now, but there is an Eventbrite link. You click on that. The tickets are $40, and there's going to be a DJ. There's going to be music. There's going to be food, and so definitely want to come out. It's going to be a good time, good time, and I think people, a way to network. And then if you are single, you can meet somebody and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'm single.
All right.
To mingle.
Yo.
A single life.
You just showed your age for real.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
I did.
All right.
His
So
age
in
for
Gabe said
real.
it this time. He said he showed his age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right though. She said, I'm living the single life.
Yes.
But
so any women who are watching the show, call in if you would like to have a conversation with my father. No.
with father.
My father is right here.
My father.
Yep.
My father.
But so Gabe, let me ask you. What comprises a good relation, a really healthy relationship for you? I mean, if you was putting it into a bowl with ingredients, what comprises?
And this is a millennial answer.
Peace.
Oh, peace. Peace is
Peace.
important.
I don't do drama.
No drama.
I don't do loud screaming matches and arguments. None of that. I'm
Right.
over that.
Right.
I'm good off of that. I think if we can't have healthy communication, then
Mhm.
what am I here for? We
Right.
wasting time.
So then by that, you wouldn't date a loud girl.
Absolutely not.
You want
Because I'm saying that because I've done it.
you've done it and you're like, it just
I'm
was
cool.
not, yeah.
I'm good.
So,
Okay.
and that's, that's true. I've been around some loud people. I'm like, wow, you talk really, really loud.
Yeah.
And if you're a person who does not want that, then it would not work.
Mhm.
So what about you, Charlie? What if you was making the relationship cake, the great relationship cake?
Mhm.
What would be the ingredients?
The first ingredient would be conversation, because I love to talk. Anybody who knows me knows I like to talk. So the very first ingredient that's going to make it sweet is going to be able to have conversation about anything, but just be able to talk, because that's relaxing. And sitting at the park, having a picnic, just really being able just to have conversation.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Well, I'm gonna borrow from Gabe. I don't do.
You don't want to talk.
I don't do drama. I don't do loud screaming matches. Like I told y'all last week, I was kind of verbally abused as a kid, and I have learned how to navigate words hurting me, but they haven't stopped hurting me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just real talk. They haven't.
Yeah.
I have learned how to navigate words hurting me where they don't stop me from doing what I need to do or being who I need to be. But by the same token, because from where I sit, if you cherish something, it's like if you have an object that you cherish, You know, you make sure that the dust is knocked off of it. You know, you make sure that it doesn't get chipped or scratched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These
You
are
maintain
these,
it.
yeah. I mean, you maintain it with care. These
That's
are
right.
things that you do to an object that you cherish.
Right.
Well, you shouldn't cherish anything any more than the object that is your relationship and the other part, your mate in that relationship. So no matter what is going on, I should be able to see you as something that I cherish, because that in and of itself is going to make me more amiable to
the relationship,
to resolving things, to resolution.
So can you then answer this question for me? This the outlook of what a relationship is, and you know, again, you seeing the value in the relationship and then the person and obviously yourself. How long did it take you to get to that point? Because you didn't start off thinking that way. I mean, obviously there are things that you learn along the way.
Yeah. No, I had to learn. I think that the toughest part of being in a relationship is being honest with self, having knowledge of self.
Correct.
You know, because you know, like I said, me sitting here saying that words hurt me, that's not something that I hear too many guys say. You know what I'm saying? It's just not.
But good thing you got kryptonite.
Yeah,
so,
you know. Yeah, it is. It is. You know, hey,
Yeah.
in the secret compartment of my ring, I feel. I told my age again. That was old. That was an old Underdog cartoon. But so that's all right, because she's gonna call me old before the show's over anyway. So I
Gabe get it. I'm good. It's out.
I got you covered today.
It's been done.
I got you.
We got one old. No.
But you know, but yeah, you know, I realized that I want somebody in my life that loves God. I want somebody in my life that loves sex. I do. Yeah. I'm sorry. You know, and
look, our producer dropped her phone.
She dropped her phone.
She's dropping stuff.
But I'm just saying, I'm being honest. And won't.
And she should not be of childbearing.
If she my age, hopefully she ain't bearing no kids. But you know, and will not
having no more siblings. Okay?
And will not use sex as a weapon. Will not use words as a weapon. Will not use sex as a weapon. Yeah, you pointed, Gabe. Come on in.
That's a big one though. Like, because I feel like a lot of women sometimes will use. It's like they'll use sex as a manipulation tactic. Yes. And for people that aren't moved by that, it don't work.
Well, you know how many points you have to like store in the character bank to get sex? Like,
that's part of the problem.
That's what I'm saying. You know, if I look at you and I'm cherishing you, that cherishing,
it's an equal exchange. You get what you get when you come over here. It should be.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It should be.
I don't know, ladies. You know, I say you gotta deposit something because you have to. For me, you know, you have to make me want to. So it could be, it's an even exchange, but remember, you know, I have to want to. So I'd have to be, you know, I don't want to say presented, but you got to do things with me. You got to, you know.
Well, yeah.
And so if I'm not getting anything, you can't just walk and be like, hey, let's do this. It's an even exchange.
Well, that's true. It goes both ways.
Well, but I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, there are girls out there. I was talking to a friend earlier, you know, buy them a cheeseburger and a drink and you got all the goods, you know. It's like a fire, it's like a sale, you know, it's a discount.
Well, then, you know we'll kick for 2 burgers, huh?
Oh, see, Dad's gonna buy 2 burgers.
2 for 1.
You know, one's kind of cheap.
Well, but let's okay, so how many dates? Because you know, you know, men add that up. You know, if they take a woman out on a date, you know, 1 date, 2 dates, like, you know, when is the cutoff? How many dates before y'all like, hey, I don't spend.
I feel like real ones don't move like that.
Girls don't move like that.
Real dudes don't move like that.
Okay.
It's about it is on your time at the end of the day, but it's like I'm not adding up the money that I'm spending if I'm really into you like that. That's kind of crazy.
I
don't have to do all that.
Wait, excuse me just a minute.
If all I wanted was sex, I didn't have to do all that.
So you got it for free.
I mean,
he's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't have to do all of that for just
what's
that.
All of that though?
I mean, like, if I'm only here for the purposes of sex, then I don't have to take you out on mad dates and we ain't got to go to all of these different places and do all of that extra stuff. No, I'm gonna tell you straight up what I'm here for, and you either with it or you're not.
Right.
But somebody will be with it if you're not. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah. And that's the thing, ladies, I remember that they're getting it from somewhere. If they're asking you for it, they're getting it from somewhere, So, and if you are that person where they only come to your house, and maybe, and that's something that, I think a lot of guys do. They probably only go to the lady's house because that's the only place where they can truly go and be. And the lady doesn't see it that way. The lady is probably saying, well, when are we going to go out? When are we going to do something? Because they want to be out in public with this person, but not realizing their role, I guess, is at the house for that guy.
So,
Dad, have you ever had a relationship like that before, where you just only went to the house?
just go to work and go home. Well, I mean, now.
That's not a relationship. That's just a hookup.
What
exactly. Well, I'm just saying that I'm
that's exactly what it is.
I'm a home person. I don't mind staying home. Now the conversation is if we're at home, the conversation is still important.
Right.
But I don't mind being, sharing time with someone at home, as well as going out. I think if I cherish you, then if I have a vase that I cherish, when I come home, that vase is not going to go anywhere with me, but I'm going to cherish the fact that it's in the room, it's on the shelf, I can see it. I'm cherishing the experience of cherishing that vase. So if I'm cherishing my mate, then when I come home, she's that vase, and I see her like that, and so I'm going to enjoy just being there with her,
exactly.
And going out and having fun as well.
Exactly, and that's if I'm into the person.
Right.
Yeah.
But but of course that woman loves to be adorned with gifts,
It should be.
Hair. No.
Well, I mean, okay, well now let's
some clothes, maybe some jewelry.
Rightfully
some
so.
earrings.
Well, I mean now a lot of things, we were talking about the ingredients of a relationship, and I guess I only said 2, but when it comes to finance, I'll just use the word finance. I don't know of a relationship.
I have a song. Where you gotta have a J-O-B if you wanna be with me. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. And I can't sing,
and you heard it first.
That was on keto. You did good.
No finance, no romance, no finance. Yeah.
So is that and let me ask you, is that an absolute? No finance, romance, no romance. Is that an absolute?
At the stage I'm in, you got to have a job.
Well, there's a lot of men that want to be taken care of. They are looking for the women to provide the finances.
I just don't. I don't know. I get it.
So that's a good question. Could you handle being with a woman who made more money than you and provided everything for you? Would that take away from your millennial manhood?
To be totally honest, I don't think I would be able to do that long term. Like I know there's moments in time where that may be the case. Like if one person got to hold it down for the other, that's give and take, like a relationship. So I just don't think that, knowing if I'm going into a situation, that would be uncomfortable for me. Just because I do want to be the man to provide. I do want to be able to be in a position to like really support my lady and anything that she wants to do. So I don't know.
That's true. A lot of men, there's a lot of men who don't mind, but there are men out there that say, they would not do that. They wouldn't feel comfortable in that position, like you're saying. What about you, Dad? If she said, "Hey, this is your allowance for the week,"
in a perfect yep.
Dad's like,
your allowance for the week,
cringing.
And I got you a brand new polo shirt. But in a perfect world, I could stay home and take care of the house and take care of the kids and let the woman go to work in a perfect world. But being that it's not perfect,
might not be grandkids though.
Grandkids?
Stay home, take care of the grandkids.
Yeah, take care of the grandkids. Yeah, but there would be a point where my spirit would be unsettled. Because I shouldn't feel that way. If I'm really with somebody that I trust, then I shouldn't feel that way. But at a point, I would feel like this person might pull the rug out from under me at any moment.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and it's like, ah! So so yeah, that just not doing nothing, even though, you know, housework is not nothing. I mean, I you know, I'm old enough that I remember when they started making homemaking, you know, like a career. I mean, where you could, you know, because because you know, you taking care of the home is an important job. So but yeah, I would have some unrest. You know, we don't have a whole lot of time. So what was the other two questions?
The other two questions, Kim, we had two other questions.
Yeah, we had two other questions.
And y'all, I mean, y'all have got to call in. I'm gonna get so excited when somebody calls and I'll be like, yay, we got our first call. I may even have to just step to the side and call. Step to the side and call. Like, does the number work? Like, because we be telling people about the number. And
All right. When people cherish things, they are extremely careful with them. Not to scratch them, drop them, etc. Should we not be as careful with each other in relationships in the same manner?
Okay, I kind of touched on that one. So go to the next one.
And there was the other question.
Can social media have negative or positive effects on relationships?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's what you want to go to the millennial first?
Yeah, because it started with their time, like MySpace. And
facts. It did. Honestly, with the way that social media is today, if you would have asked me that maybe 10, 12 years ago when MySpace and Facebook was rocking, it may have been a different conversation, because it was really just a lot about fun. And people were on there sharing music, and it was very lighthearted.
It's serious.
Today it's a little different, and I honestly think it only has negative effects on relationships if you allow it to.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
because people are looking for the clout, they're looking for the likes. And so I know there's a popular video that's going on where this lady, I mean, she had on an off the shoulder top, and it was a crop top and some leggings, and she was like, okay, when are we done doing all these challenges where ladies are twerking, like, you know, because she said what's happening is that, you know, they took the strip club to social media. You know, it doesn't matter what you're going to see it, you know. And so there's no like, oh my gosh, what am I looking at? Because you're used to seeing it. It's just no biggie, you know? So
the shock value is gone.
The shock value is gone, you know? So even the strippers now are saying, you know, they're doing the whole thing where they're saying, get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to the strip club. It's more interesting to see what a stripper puts, how the stripper does her makeup or what she's putting on than the actual, because it's, you know, again, it's out there. There's no shock value. You just see it. So I think for probably the ladies and the men, you know, I've heard all my friends talk about, you know, one friend saying, well, you know, I can see that this person like this person, and I went to their page to see if they're friends with this person. And, you know, I don't have time to do all that. I give two shits. You know, I'm not looking to see who's friends with who. And do you know, it's a lot of work, but that's what happens. People are cross-referencing people in relationships.
And then if I'm mad with somebody that's your friend, then I can't be your friend because I'm mad at somebody that's your friend.
And then let alone you get into comparison with other people in relationships. So people that post their relationships, they traveling all over the place, going to nice dinners and driving a nice car and all of this stuff. And you see like, oh, they look like they living a perfect life. But you don't know that he cursing her out at home.
Or choking her to death in the elevator.
And the car's a rental.
Right. So, you know, that appearance, that outward thing that we see on a daily basis, it becomes your standard for your relationship. And that shouldn't be the case.
Right.
So
I take it that you would not look for a mate on social media.
No.
So you wouldn't do Facebook dating or Tinder or what's the other profiles?
It's funny because like when I was in like around college age, like I actually tried Tinder at one point in time just because I was like curious to see what was out there, and I was like, nah, this is not. That wasn't it.
What's the other one? Go Fish or?
The Go Fish.
No, plenty of fish. Sorry, I don't know.
That's showing her age now.
Go. Well, you're going fishing on Plenty of Fish. So okay, can you? So then, would you be friends with your girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse on social media? You know, there's people out there who they're not friends on social media because they don't want the person seeing what they're doing.
Yeah, I would. I'm not a social media person anyway.
So you wouldn't have it?
Not really. Like I have social media and I use it for like connecting with people and for any business related stuff that I want to do. But I just feel like I don't have a need to be on there constantly. So follow me. Like you ain't gonna see nothing.
And see, like the women keeps it in dad breasts and thighs and butts, and he looks at his page and you just like, what's going on?
I know. I looked at my page and was like, what?
Hey.
He acted like the pastor was sitting over him. He's like, pardon me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn.
So you know, and it's
y'all give him a chance, like
really, you know. But I guess we should get ready to close. We have 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We have 2 minutes, y'all. I hope y'all have enjoyed this conversation, and it definitely helps. Hopefully, you will definitely go out there and buy your ticket. Because this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah, and take time to appreciate. If you are in a relationship, take time to appreciate it. I mean, because it is, you know, it's hard to find someone to go down the road with. You know, everybody, most people know how to walk, you know, but walking with someone that's, you know, in step with someone, you know, where you can go down the road together. And if one person gets knocked off the road, the other goes, and you can kind of, you know, your path goes. Yeah. That's hard to find. So if you do find it, you know, appreciate it. Any final words, Gabe?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just cherish the people that you love. I mean, whether it's relationship wise, whether it's family wise, I think that's the biggest takeaway is just making sure that you take care of the people that you love, spend time with them, be intentional about making time for them.
Right.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, because it's, you know, the relationships need food. They need nourishment.
That's right. Anything that you don't maintain will cease to exist. I don't care if it's your car or your clothes or whatever it is, including relationships. They will cease to exist if they're not maintained.
They will go away.
Absolutely.
So so you have to be able to love yourself in order to love somebody else. I guess that's probably how we always close it out every week, right?
Yeah. You know, so this has been Speaking the Facts with Charlie and JR, discussing relationships, and we'll have to do this again because we'll have to get some other people in the round table to get their perspective. We'll be back next week, same facts time, same facts channel.
Wednesday, 7-8.
That's right. No, it's no longer
7-ish.
No, we're gonna do 7. We're gonna get this right. We're gonna do our chicken right.
Tune in at 7-ish.
Around 7.
And until next
Black
week.
Television. No, I know.
CPTV.
Right. CPT time at its finest.
So Gabe, thank you for your for your commentary.
Absolutely.
Thank you for kicking it with us. Skol.
Yes.
And until next week.
This is some Kool-Aid.
That's it. I said until next week. She said it's Kool-Aid. Until next week, y'all love yourself.
That's right.
Because if you do, it'll be a lot easier to love somebody else. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Hey, this is Charlie.